So you're looking on Zillow and checking out the Zestimate of a home that you're thinking about purchasing. Well, in this episode, I'm just briefly going to go over my thoughts and observations on home values that you find on Zillow. But before we get started, here's a word from one of my sponsors. This portion of the video is sponsored by Baldwin Brothers Funeral and Cremation Society. I had the opportunity to attend one of their seminars, and what resonated with me was that this is something I'm doing for my family, not for myself. I want to make sure that in their time of grief, my children won't have to worry what to do, where to go, and how to pay for it. I purchased a package, and I was really surprised how affordable it truly was. So attend one of their seminars and discover how you can take the stress away from your family and friends in their time of grief. And lastly, before we get started, be sure to check this out. Before we start, make sure you go to my website, RobynCavallaro.com, and here's the address here. You can search for any home that's available here, well, in Florida, but in the villages. And what I've done is I've broken it down by sections. So if you want to search the historic area, you want to search Marion County, you want to search south of 44, and on and on. You can just click on it and search it. You can save the searches. It'll send you emails with market updates. You get notes from me all of the time reminding you, hey, I'm here, do you need help? So don't forget, go and search my website and also get my book. It's available in Amazon in print on Amazon. Also, you can get it on Kindle or as a download on my website. All right, back to the regularly scheduled program. Okay, so when you look on Zillow, you will find a Zestimate, and that is an estimate of what their algorithm believes the home is worth. And what I have found is that if a home is on the market, and let's say you buy a home or you're selling your home and you didn't do anything to it and it sells for $300,000. Well, I purchase it and now I completely gut the home, because you know I love that word, gut the home. I completely renovate the home and put it back on the market. Well, that Zestimate is still going to be representative of the number that the home was listed at when I purchased it. The Zestimate cannot take into consideration any upgrades that I have made to the home. So you need to take that into consideration when you're looking at a Zestimate, that it might not be 100% accurate. You may have to do a little bit more research. And while we're talking about valuation, you also, as I know people do a lot of research, and I think it's great that you are armed with a ton of information when you are going to buy a home. Big thing, and I talk about this a lot, are the taxes. So you're not going to find an average or a percentage because when you look at, so this is what happens. I have people that'll look at a listing and they see the taxes are $2,300. Well, what you don't know is how long has that person owned the home. If they owned it 10 years or they bought it a year ago. If they bought it a year ago, then when you purchase it, the taxes might not go up that high. If they purchased it 10 years ago, well, your taxes may triple. And here's why. In Florida, your taxes, your ad valorem, your taxes that are based on the value of your home are based on the value of your home or the selling price. Now, there is a formula that typically it's a rough estimate. It's the sell price. About 85% of the sell price is the assessed value, and that's what you'll be taxed on. And it depends on the tax rate. Are there any exemptions? Now, you will see homestead exemption on a listing if they have it, and that's if you're a Florida resident and you live here full time, you can claim a homestead exemption, and your tax basis for your property taxes will be reduced by $50,000. For school taxes, it's only $25,000 tax reduction basis. Also, when it comes to exemptions, there are exemptions that you might not find. It could be they have a widower status. There could be a veterans exemption, because vets, if they're 100% disabled, do not pay property taxes. So you need to do a little bit of extra research when it comes to property tax. Ask your realtor to do that for you if you can't do it yourself, because I know some of it is complicated. And I don't mind doing this for my buyers. I will usually figure out what the taxes are when we're going to make an offer so they know. And here's a funny thing. I had a couple, and they were looking at the open house that I did in my Halloween costume. That home on McLeod, we figured out that what the taxes would be in Sumter County at $395,000. But they were looking at a home in Denby that was about the same style home, and it was listed for $305,000. But when we got finished adding the property taxes in Lake County and the bond compared to the low bond and taxes in Sumter County, the home at $395,000, their taxes would be $2,000 a year less than that new home. And I can tell you right now, that new home didn't have $25,000 in landscaping, mini splits in the lanai and the garage. Any updates that have been done to the home were not in that new home. So, and I'm not saying it's every case, but sometimes the value for you, the buyer, is going to be in a pre-owned home versus a new home. And I talk about this all the time because it drives me insane. But and I love South of 44. Believe me, you've heard me. I think the best value opportunity for you, South of 44, Fenny, McClure, DeSoto, Marsh Bend, parts of DeLuna, Linden Isle, and Monarch Grove, because we are on the side of the turnpike as Eastport. So we will be close, and whenever they finish it, it's going to be like between the sixes are right now. Everybody wants to live between the sixes because that's where all the, close to all the squares and all the activities. But I think this is going to be a great opportunity for you here. So think about that when you're going to purchase. Check out the Zestimate. It's not die by the sword, okay? You have to take it into consideration, but don't make that your only consideration. Taxes and bonds, please get all of that information. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say they bought a home and they were surprised what the taxes were and that there was a bond and how much it was. And yeah, you've got to ask. You have to ask everyone, okay? You have to ask everyone, have them put it in writing. It's easy enough. If I can find the bond and the CDD and I don't work for the villages, they can as well. And most of them do. I'm not saying that they're hiding anything from you. So please don't misunderstand me, but sometimes you don't get all the information, and you don't get all the information sometimes from realtors too. I'm not saying that we are exclusive, but you just have to make sure you do your homework. You have to do your due diligence as the buyer. We're here to guide you. I give you my opinion. I guide you through the whole process. And I think that's my value proposition for you as your agent, your buyer's agent. I'm going to work for you and to expose what I see in the home, whether, it's taxes, it's bond, it's what I think of the home. Does it have an odor? Does it, what I think of the value of the home based on the market. So I do all of this for you. So you want to make sure, now this is going on a sell, make sure you buy from Robyn, but just make sure when you are looking for a realtor that you get that information from them, that they are working for you, and that they are going to give you their honest opinion and guide you in the right direction, because you are making a big purchase. I had someone today say, I'm going to be picky. It's like, well, you should be. You're spending a couple $100,000. That's fine with me. I would prefer you to be picky and know what you want than to be wishy-washy, because then you have no idea what you want and you're all over the place. And that's hard to sell to someone when they're all over the place. That's why when I'm working with people, I kind of try to hone you in and, just keep asking you questions. Are you like this or don't you like this? And that's why I tell you keep your options open, so I can, help you think outside of the box. That's the big thing, because we have a box here, but I have to help you think outside of it to make sure you find the best home that you can possibly find here, because you are spending a lot of money. Zestimate, taxes, choose me to help you find a home. And if you have any questions, always feel free to message me, email me, text me, call me. If you want some time on my calendar, I am booking up very quickly, so please go to my website, and I'll show you here where you can book time, a phone call. If you're here and you just want to meet up and say, hi, I want to meet with you. I'm not ready to buy yet, but I want to start to develop a rapport. I want you to know what I want. Those kinds of things, you can do that. Home tours, if you're ready to buy, let's go shopping. So thank you very much for watching this pretty quick episode. I'm Robyn Cavallaro. I am your realtor here in Florida and the Villages. Until next time. Oh, it's gorgeous out. It's winter. It's 66 degrees today. I have on, well, put my leg up. I have on jeans and I have a long sleeve shirt. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you all out there. Don't forget, like and subscribe. It does help the channel grow. And buy some pickleball merch from pbzone40.com for your friends and family this holiday season. All right, I'm out. I'm going to be out again. Okay, I'll see ya.